I was staying in the nation's capital, where an economic council, National Economic Council meeting was held today, presided over by the Vice President Kashim Shettima. Let's get more on that meeting as we bring in our State House correspondent Femi Akonde, who joins us live from the nation's capital. Femi, what more can you tell us about that meeting, especially now that Nigerians are grappling with economic issues?
Hi, Precious. Well, that meeting deliberated on a lot of issues. They got a briefing from heads of agencies and ministries from different sectors, particularly the newly created Ministry of Livestock Development. You know, the minister came to brief them on the potentials of that sector, to transform the country's economy and contribute significantly to the GDP, the whole value chain in livestock development. And most importantly, or most significantly also, the prospects of harnessing all of these potentials to help curb the incessant farmer heather crisis, which is one major cause of insecurity that we have seen in different parts of the country, from Benue to the Plateau to Niger, and especially around the north central and northwest states. And we also got updated. The National Economic Council was also briefed on the balance in the country's national accounts, how well the country was doing economically. The governors listened to all of these, and they appeared pleased with the way the economy is currently being run, and with the current projections made and steps taken to achieve all of these. But everyone was hoping that the issue of insecurity, especially the creation of state police, will be discussed. You recall that memos were submitted by 36 state governors, including the FCT, even though the foot dragged in submitting these memos, but eventually they were all able to submit their memos, and we're all hoping that at the next National Economic Council meetings, after these memos would have been collated, the matter will be brought to the fore or to the table there and deliberated upon. But we hear that, well, because of time, they were not able to debate that, but it was on their agenda. Nigerians were hoping to see them, talk about that, trash that out, because everyone believes that, the creation of state police is the silver bullet to tackling insecurity in the country. But they will have to wait a little bit longer and still rely on the conventional police to guarantee the safety of their lives and property. Precious.
Femi, I'm almost tempted to ask you how much is in the account, because I'm sure that almost every Nigerian wants to know how much is in the account. But you mentioned security, just at the end of your update there. And I know that you were busy on your feet today. You also covered the Nigeria Governors Forum meeting, where they were briefed by the Chief of, I think that's Chief of Defense Staff. Also bring us up to speed bring us up to speed on the details of that meeting.
Well, the Chief of Defense Staff briefed the Nigerian Governors Forum about new strategies that the Army will be deploying in the fight against security threats and other criminalities in the country, especially the use of technology and also improving response time. A lot of that was behind closed doors because of how sensitive these matters of security are. They do not want to divulge what their strategies are at this point. But the governors appear satisfied with the briefing they got from the Chief of Defense Staff. It's just for us to wait and see, for all of these plans and strategies to begin to materialize. But, they all also agree that it's time for governors to also get involved in providing security. It's that time is over, where governors will raise their hands in the air as a sign of helplessness and say that, the security is controlled from the federal level, from Abuja. They do not control the police. They do not control the army and all of that. But governors will need to also be involved, as stated by the National Security Advisor after that meeting with President Bola Tinubu, that governors would have to play a bigger role in ensuring security, in collaborating with the federal government and security agencies. Well, we wait to see the political will that will be demonstrated by the subnationals in achieving this. Precious.
All right, thank you so much, Femi, for that update. Our State House correspondent live for us in the nation's capital.